Hello, welcome to Timberborn and our playthrough of the Stardew Valley map, or as we're calling our little community here, Stardew Vallejo. All right, so now we have a bunch of unemployed beaver, or a bunch of empty workplaces. But we're now able to produce planks without having to run our little power wheel. So let's go ahead and build this guy. Now the question I have is, where are we going to put all the water tanks? Hmm. We'll build another one here. Okay, we do a road this here. And so I think that means we put a water barrel here. And here maybe. So we're going to pause them. Empty these two. No, wait, let's not empty that one. Let's empty this one. We have enough planks. Five-day drought, okay. Okay, our force is still hanging in there. Still being sufficient. Go back to the manual drive. want to cut down these guys here. Here, well, we got an extra beaver. Build that guy. Oh, we need to take these out. Otherwise the berries will take over this spot as opposed to our little birch trees. Let's make this a priority. We're in a drought. Power wheels aren't that big of a priority during a drought. I just unlocked the stream gauge because I was thinking I was going to put them in here and see what our flow rate is, but then I decided not to. So that was kind of waste of science points at the moment anyway. We can demolish these two. Okay, that's a lot of power there. Am I off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm off down here. All right. Be a classic situation where you're building the bridges and from both ends of the river and then they don't meet in the middle. I had that happen to me once. Back when I was in charge of designing and building the Golden Gate Bridge there in California. Okay, so I was doing all of that. So we can start laying out our industry up here. So I think we'll do pause that so we don't have eager beavers immediately coming over here to build all this. I'll put that there. The thing that we would want next would be our explosives factory. All right, so we actually, all right, we're gonna put it close to here. Gonna build this direction because we're gonna be doing our power lines from here. So before we can start planning all that, let's go ahead and get rid of all this. Okay, I think we've got enough gears. So all we need is our gears to, so we can build this guy. Okay, so we run power this way. Yeah, right through there. We can build that one like that. And then we can put our lumber mill here. And we'll build 2 lumber mills because with the changes that they made where they no longer have logs in the platforms, and it seems like they've slowed down the lumber mill production. It takes a while now. I never before had to build 2 lumber mills so early in the game in order to, produce, to build quite sufficiently and everything I needed. But I found that now with update 7, I am constantly needing to build multiple lumber mills early in the game just so I can produce basic structures and basic buildings. Okay, we're going to pause these guys. And then we'll put in gear workshops. And then from there, we can do this. We don't need that taking any gears at the moment, though. And then we can build this. Oh. It's not what we wanted. Well, we can do that. Just that we'll also have to do that. We want yeah. We want them to go there because then we do planks, gears, gears, planks. And they use wood and scrap metal to make a metal block. So we need 3. So we need scrap metal, wood, and then a storage spot real quick for the metal blocks. And then we want explosives factory. Explosives, bad water. But it's going to take a while before we get there. Before we get to where we have bad water. Yeah, so I think that will be how we get set up. Wondering, okay, we're gonna have to have a bump in our road. That's all. Just have a bump in the road. That's not going to be sufficient for what we need, but it'll do for now. Like that will not power all of this. but it'll get us started. We'll set these priorities here to all these storages to low. So that they'll start building this. So we're not breaking the 18 population limit until we can have until we can open up this pump here, because once we reach 20, one water pump will not support more than 20 beavers. So I did not put in a connector down here. Okay. Thought I did. Obviously did not. Oh, I didn't pause that one. So we used a gear I didn't want to use. Oh well. We will now go ahead and delete this guy. All right, we're now going to go ahead and delete this guy. And we want to build this guy. And then we don't want to lose our ability to produce during drought periods. So we're going to build some power wheels here. Because once we have our power wheel in place, then we can get rid of these guys up here. Oh, we don't want you actually in there. All right, we now have well, we'll see. But we should be able to open this. An additional house now. Okay, there you go. Let's build the next lumber mill, and now we can actually get rid of these guys up here. Open this space up for something else. What? I don't know, but it will be freed up. We'll put storages over here. So, yeah, we didn't want you to actually be working. So we'll put like our gears here. That rhymed. Gears here. Bad tide. First bad tide. Bad tide. Bad tide. No cookie for you. This can be our explosives warehouse. This will be our metal. Building all these platforms, we're going to run out of planks. So better build some planks. Oh, we can empty these guys down here. Didn't realize I hadn't put that road in. Yep, we ran out of planks. Bad tides, getting ready to start, so let's go ahead and implement diversion. One day. Is that slowly creeping up? I can't tell. No. Seems to be good. Gonna kill all our plants. Seems to be is not really good enough though. It's not bad, only these right here. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Did this run out of water? Better not have. Okay, we are going to... Well, we'll put it here. We'll reroute this so that we can get over here. We've built all of that. Let's build up some inventory in planks. Make that a priority pickup. Now that we've broken the 20 barrier and we have sufficient pumpers, we can expand quite a bit more. All right, why is it taking you so long to build this little staircase? Was ist los? Andale. How was that for mixing languages? All right, finally. Oh yeah, okay. We're just going to do a pre-build so that we have them in place. Whenever we're ready to open them, we can just open them. You guys want to hear a scary story? It was back during the time when the humans were around. That's what, they're telling scary stories around the campfire. $400. That ought to, yeah, I ought to be able to support these. Because we'll need 20 years to build our larger or medium tank. All right, now we've got gear production going. Let's go ahead and build these guys so that I mean, that's 40 planks. Holy smokes. Ten planks for a triple platform. That's craziness, man. I don't know what the developers were smoking. They came up with that recipe. Sorry for smacking the mic there. I'm contemplating moving my farmhouse. But I don't think we will. So the metal takes 20 gears. Oh, but we're doing this first, so we're looking for 20 gears. We're out of planks, so it means no gear production. Let's unlock the contemplation spot. That's just logs, yes. Lido takes 30 planks. That's too expensive for nowadays. We can unlock the shrub. Yeah, those others. Everything else takes planks. Yay, we've used up all of our berries. So let's instead put contemplation spots in there. Yeah, I know. Okay, we should pause gears till we finish this. Otherwise, you know, we're just gears are fighting with the build queue. Contemplate, contemplate. How about get to work? All right, well, that's all the time that we have left for today's episode. Let's zoom out, show what we've been doing. And hopefully you enjoyed that, and you'll come back and join us when we continue. Until next time, have a terrific day.